So today we're starting season 3, even though it's really season 2 since we skipped the whole first year. But today, opening day, we've got a top prospect making his debut with the squad. Shuffled the team up a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you do, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. And of course, in the comment section, let me know your thoughts, your dislikes, your likes, all that good stuff down below. All right, so housekeeping things. Some of you guys wanted me to sign, go out and trade for Kyle Schwarber or sign Jack Peterson or go out and sign a couple other players. We really can't afford to. That's really what it comes down to. We just really can't afford to do that. And let me break down why. So in the top right, you can see at the 40 man, we are currently at 39 players on the 40 man. So we can only add one more. And if we take one of them off, they go to waivers. Another team can pick them up. So with that in mind, I'm kind of thinking, well, who are some guys that we could potentially take off the 40 man and be okay? Maybe Birdie, maybe Baez, maybe Puck, maybe Clevenger. But at the same time, I could see a team wanting to pick up a reliever and put him into the team, and then we'd lose out on those players. So there's that. Some of the youngsters I don't really want to lose. Nick Allen's one that if he does get taken, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but at the same time, I obviously just don't want to lose him just because he could potentially be a trade piece. Hogan Harris is a guy that I think could be a sneaky pitcher for us out of the bullpen, out of the rotation, something. He is 25, but I'm looking at his attributes going, he's not too far off being a really well-rounded reliever or starter. So I think this is the year where he might end up breaking the major league squad just as some sort of help in the rotation or just part of the pitching staff. So we'll have to wait and see how he does. And then maybe Moniak is out, maybe Lorenzen is out, Seth Brown, Taylor Walls. There's a couple, but we just really don't have any more space to add another player because there are some prospects that I want to bring into the team. And since we only have one more spot on the 40 man, it's a little bit difficult. It's a little crunched right now. So looking at the team, you can see who's made the major league squad, who hasn't. And, Zach Thompson, he's got one more minor league option left. Honeywell, one more minor league option left. Morihone, out of options. So if we call him up, he's on the major league roster unless we send him back down, then he hits waivers. So we've got a couple tough decisions to make with these youngsters. And looking at it, I definitely expect some of the youngsters to crack into the team at some point because someone's going to struggle. Wright's going to struggle. John Gant. I almost said Gant. Eshelman might struggle, even though he was decent last year. But you know what? He's a guy that I could definitely replace with one of the young guys that we have. Or one of the young guys can come in and help us out in the bullpen just to get some innings in the majors. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm looking at this team going, We've got some really good pitchers coming up to the system. I just need them to develop a little bit quicker. So hopefully they do that. Currently looking at our rotation and bullpen, I really like the team that we have. I think we've done pretty good. I'm a little worried about some of these arms in the bullpen. I think that's the biggest issue that I have with the team right now in terms of pitching. I know we've got some youngsters. We've got Romano, who's currently not on the 40 man, who could be a really reliable arm for us this year. We've got Shirley, potentially. I'm not 100% sold on him coming up this year, but who else? We've got, Puck could come up. He's kind of at a make or break point with me. I really need him to do well this year. Even if he develops really well, that'd be awesome to see. Birdie, and then Jake Cousins, who was actually okay for us. The numbers were pretty bad, but I fully expect him to develop a little bit more. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, and we'll leave it there in terms of the pitchers. I guess Darren's really the only one to mention, and we'll see. The hits per 9 is pretty low, so we'll have to see how that goes with him. So hopefully we can see some development with these young guys because we need it. And then looking at the lineup and the position players, catcher, for prospects we're a little weak. We do have some more established guys like Jonah Heim, but then we have Rivero, who we signed, who I forgot what organization he's part of right now, but we'll see if he develops at all. But definitely some depth in terms of guys who can come up and be backups. And then we have Nido and Contreras, so I'm okay with catcher. First base, we have Guzman basically as a replacement for Seth Brown, and Seth Brown does poorly. Seth Brown is a guy that I'm okay with letting go if things go poorly for him. If he gets picked up by another team on waivers, I'm fine with that. So that's one guy, if he gets taken off the 40 man, I'm fine with it. And then when you have Dahlbeck, who 27 years old. This is his make or break year with me. I need to see an on-base percentage closer to 300, maybe 20 plus home runs. I really need a good season from him, and it's going to be tough to see that. So we'll have to wait and see. Second base, we have Guillorme. Volpe is making the opening day roster. I'll show you who was the casualty for that. I just want to see how he does for a few games. And if he doesn't do well, we send him back down to AAA. We give him everyday time, and things go really well for him, right? Like, he's got the potential. He's clearly got the glove. The hitting stats will continue to develop. I think we've got some really good second basemen for the future, including Aguilar and Lassiter. So I think we're set on second base. Third base, we're a little short, but we do have Saunders, who looks to be the guy for the future. I fully expect him to be AAA by the end of the season, maybe even cracking the MLB roster. So I have him starting in AA this year. I fully expect to have him up in AAA in a month or two, or maybe even a little bit later. So we'll see. And Arroyo was fantastic for us for last season, so let's just keep him on the team for now. Lux at short, he's the everyday guy. Taylor Walls got sent down to AAA, so Volpe can make the squad this year. But I fully expect him to come back up if Volpe does struggle. And then you can see we have a couple other youngsters too. So far, so good. Left field, we've got Andujar, who's going to be playing more of a third base when Arroyo is out of the lineup. So there's that. So Andujar versus righties, Arroyo versus lefties. Tramel's probably going to be more of the everyday left fielder. And then we do have a top prospect on the rise in Victor Mesa Jr. We have Armenteros, we have Pineda. So not too bad in left field. Center field, Moniak's another guy who I'm not too sure what to do with. Just really didn't have much going for him last year. You can see 64 games, but we'll see how things go. We did bring in Jordan Adams off of free agency, or out of free agency. A lot of you were telling me he's a top prospect in the Angels organization and should have higher potential. If he develops well in AAA this year, I will consider bumping him up to B potential. He's currently at 79 potential, so it's kind of close to B potential. I don't want to throw him up to A, but maybe if he has like a good year where he ends up being like 74, 75 rated, he hits like, 300 or something in AAA, or like a high 200s with a really good on base percentage, I'll consider bumping him up a little bit in potential. And then we've got a couple others. We'll have to wait and see how things go. And then in right field, I've moved Mondesi over to right. That's why his overall has dropped. We're just going to consider him an outfielder now. We have the depth at the middle infield positions. I think Mondesi's our right fielder going forward. So with him going down in overall and his potential still being in the 80s, that means there's still growth for him offensively, which is actually something that we really need. He does become a free agent at the end of the year, so this is kind of like a make or break year for him, because we might end up losing him if things don't go well. And then Aquino's probably going to be our DH moving forward, Hermosillo being that platoon outfielder. So we'll see how things go. I do like the team. I think we've got a really good squad. I do. I actually really like this team moving forward. We'll have to see how things go. Buxton being the big money move that could end up being terrible, or being the signing of the franchise, the whole series, because for 23 mil, I thought that was a steal. I thought it was an absolute steal. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens opening day against the Guardians. Let's do it. All right, so here's your lineups for opening day. I'm trying to see if the Guardians have any new changes. It looks like a pretty normal team. Roberto Perez is still on the team rather than being with the Pirates. And there it is. Opening day. Ooh, okay. All right. 2023 opening day for the squad. We're here in Cleveland against the Guardians at Progressive Field. And yeah, we've got a couple changes to the lineup, couple different names here and there, but I'm liking what we have. I saw Volpe. I put Volpe in the lineup. We got Guillorme at third, Andujar at first, and we're obviously gonna have Joey Lucchesi as our ace for the year. So let's do it. Let's hop into it. Facing Shane Bieber is gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. That one is going to be a tough matchup for sure. But let's get it started. Gavin Lux. I actually meant to have Guillorme in this spot, but messed up on the lineup card. So Gavin Lux is going to be the leadoff guy for today. Probably not going to be the leadoff guy moving forward. It's probably going to be Guillorme, but we'll see how things go for today. So, all right, first pitch was a strike. It's been a few days since I played, so I'm probably going to be a little rusty. I'm not going to lie. Not like that's going to be too much different than the way I normally play, but we'll see how it goes. 0-2 to start the at-bat. Not ideal. And yikes. Okay, Guillorme, is he going to pull that one down the line? It goes foul. Ooh, a little early on the fastball. Oh, it was a cutter. Okay. I was wondering why. I was like, man, that felt a little A little slow there. And then he goes with the changeup. Okay. So fast or cutter changeup. Am I gonna see the curve? Am I gonna see the slider? What am I getting here? 1-2, and he somehow gets jammed there. 27 speed. It's gonna be close at first. If he was a little bit quicker, probably a single. All right, 3-1 to Andujar, and a little early on it. Oh boy. I don't think that was a home run, but it's definitely extra bases, and now we're full count. Just a little early, man. Ooh, that was a good pitch. Ooh, that one had me frozen for a sec. Holy cow. All right, I'm glad we fouled it off. Still full count, and I should have taken it. That was ball 4. All right, no base runners this inning, but you know what? At least we worked a couple at-bats. All right, Ahmed Rosario coming off a pretty decent year. 289 average. OPS on base percentage looked pretty good. So let's see how Joey Lucchesi does. Hopefully we can do well. I got to change the mitt. Blue and orange, those aren't your colors anymore. Gavin Lux is going to have to move. Yeah, 95 speed. That was a base hit all day. That's a tough play for anybody. Ooh, that's just a tough play for any shortstop. So he would have had to have the best arm in baseball to make that possible. So I think Lucchesi, and I think there's another person. Kyle Wright. I need to change his glove. I know you guys pointed out Kyle Wright's glove in the comment section, and that's a good strikeout. That's a good pitch right there. There we go. And it looks like we're going to get him out at second base, trying to steal. I've had my eye on him this entire at bat. He's been taking secondary leads. And I just had a feeling he was going soon, and that's a good throw. Volpe applies the tag, and we're 3-1 to Franmil. I've been seeing in the comment section someone's been asking me to pick up Franmil in the save, move him to first base. Maybe in the future. I know he's a beast. We'll have to wait and see how he does. I think he becomes a free agent kind of soon anyways, so maybe if he hits free agency, we can pick him up. But for right now, I feel like the team we have, we're a little cluttered at a couple positions, so I don't really want to bring in anybody right now. Maybe if we're doing well at the trade deadline, we can pick somebody up. But for right now, I think we're good with the team. So it's not that I don't see your comments. It's not that I don't see that the suggestions you make. It's just sometimes at the moment, they're not the right player. All right, Buxton. Here we go. Your debut with 2 outs. What can you do for us? We've been working some counts. We've had 2 jammed flyouts. So we've been a little bit late on both pitches that have led to outs. So maybe we need to adjust a little bit. As I say that, he throws me a fastball right down the middle. I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't see that pitch well. It was just one of those where like you kind of go like cross-eyed a little bit. You just don't see the pitch well, and probably shouldn't have swung because now it looks a lot worse than it actually was. But 2-1. Like I said, we've been working some counts, and now it's 3-1. So realistically, I'm not really looking to swing. I'm trying to just, unless it's like right down the middle, I'm not really. That's a good pitch. And we got the benefit of the doubt there. I'll take the walk. That was a great pitch. Like I said, I wasn't really looking to swing, so I was taking the whole way, but that was a great pitch, and we just got the benefit of the doubt there. And now they're a little bit worried about Buxton's speed. We've got Mondesi up, so we'll see how things go. Mondesi doesn't have the best record versus Bieber, but maybe we can break that drought. 1 for 6, maybe make it 2 for 7. Little late on it, maybe. A little late. Okay. Ooh, little early on the slider. That would have been a fly out. Okay, so didn't really matter. 1-2 count. You know what? Let's do a little hit and run here. Not. You know what? Let's get a little crazy with it. And you know what? It's gonna work out because Buxton's getting to third. Franmil doesn't have the arm. That's a good hit and run right there. That worked out perfectly. It could have been nothing. It could have just been a ground out or a fly out. But you know what? Mondesi got his hands in on the pitch, and now we got Volpe up in his first major league at bat, and we'll see how he does. He's got a chance to give us a run. Okay, cutter. Not too bad. All right, Volpe, come on. This is big time. This is the big time. These are big moments right here. Major league career. We've got big speed on both corners of the diamond. This is a moment. It's gonna go foul. Oh no! I thought that was gonna be one of those that just whoop, It just drops right into right field. Little blooper. Unfortunately, we're down 2 strikes now. He's going to hit it to third. And J-Ram's going to botch it. He's going to botch it. Is that going to go down as a hit or an error? It's going to go down as an error. So the first major league hit isn't there. But you know what? That was a hard hit ball. And J-Ram just misplays it. Ends up being a run for us. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. The run comes in. We're up 1-0. And we're still threatening. There we go. Take that pitch down in the dirt. 76 speed at second. The ground out. Oh, man. I thought he was going to go to second there. Goes to first. Contreras couldn't beat it out. And you know what? I'll take it, though. Volpe brings in the run. It was an error, but it was a run nonetheless. A second strikeout for Lucchesi. And it's changeup again. Changeup's working wonders right here. Harold Ramirez is up. And to be honest, it's going well. I mean, at any moment a home run could happen. It's a tie ball game, or home run happens and we're down because they end up having a walk or something. But so far so good. If we can get through 2 shutout innings, that's like our best start to a game in quite some time. So I will take it. Can't get ahead of us though. We're still in the second strike there, and let's see if we can you know what, we haven't used a curveball once yet today, so not a bad time to use it. 1-2 count. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, man, close. Cutter's been doing wonders though, so if we can get the out here, see if we get him chasing. That was way too inside. So now 2-2 count. We'll go to the sinker, and with 2 outs, let's see if we can end the inning. And we will. It's going to be hit to left field. Taylor Trammell's out there, camped out under it. And it's going to be 2 shutout innings to start the game. And then he goes and makes that play. He couldn't make the grounder earlier, but he goes and makes the diving play at third. What? Redemption for J-Ram. That was extra bases written all over it. Just hit it the opposite way. And, I mean, great play. Great play over there by J-Ram. I mean, that was double, at least a double out there. And, man, that would have been a great way to start the inning. Is that going to drop? I didn't think that was going to drop. Okay, Guillorme. Little single. So we end up getting our single for the inning, or a base hit for the inning. I mean, a little jammed, a little late on it. Looks like we're getting the rub of the green today. So let's see what Andujar can do this at bat. You know what? We'll take that. We'll take that. Normally I'd swing, but we're being patient. I mean, 46 pitches already. That's a new record right there. Not a lot of speed on first, so it's going to take a lot to even get him close to scoring. But let's see what we can do. 2-0 count. Andujar with the eye. I like it. I think last time he flew out and I swung at ball 4. So let's try to avoid that, or maybe he grounded out. I can't remember now, but that was a pitch to hit, and I was late on it. So we're on pitch 9 of the at bat. It is a full count, 1 out, and I mean this is a good at bat. He's been fouling off a couple pitches. He's worked it full, and it's probably going to be a double play here. Unless they turn it slow, and Andujar should beat that out. And I think the throw was off anyway. So, I mean, it was a slow ground ball. The turn was slow in the end. A bad toss to second. The throw was off at first. Just a mess. Just a mess. So we get a little bit of a lifeline there. 63 speed at first. I mean, a fielder's choice. So essentially, like, nothing happened. We just got an out. And let's see what we can do with Aquino. Oh, wow. A sinker up in the zone. Is there a play to be made? It is. Okay. I honestly thought that was a home run. The sinker was meant to be low inside. Lucchesi, this was like the first pitch that he really missed his spot. And I mean, Mercado is probably just like, what, half a second off of that being a absolutely crushed pitch. So we got a little lucky there. That's the one time I've really worried about the outcome of a swing. Like, I saw that contact being made and I go, oh, that was mashed. That was kind of crushed. That was kind of crushed. So overall, the outcome was good. Just what we needed. We get a great call there. Thank you, ump. And we're going to go to this changeup that has been so effective today. 1-2 count, 2 outs, and third strikeout of the game. There we go, Lucchesi. Volpe makes the play at second. I would assume that's an easy play for him, and that's the end of the fourth. Pretty quiet fourth inning. Four ground outs, 3 ground outs. Speaking of Volpe, they're going to give him the RBI for the last inning on the error, and he's up again, and that's not a pitch I should be pitching at. Not at all. Like, or pitching at? No, swinging at. And all right, here we go. Let's see what we can do with this at bat. Just a little late on the changeup. That probably would have dropped with Framil's speed out there. But 0-2. You know what? We'll swing. I'm just kidding. We're not going to swing. He's worked it even. 2-2. Let's see here. Change. Man, the changeup in the dirt. All right, a strikeout. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. But so far, I don't hate what I'm seeing from Volpe. He's been playing really well at second. He's made a couple plays. Obviously, the RBI as well. So I can't hate on him, as we were just a little bit under that pitch. It's going to be a base hit for J-Ram. I mean, he went with the sinker. I tried to keep it low and away, and he hit it to right field. So, I mean, that's just good hitting. What you would expect from him, too. You know, like it was a little bit up in the zone. Okay, a little bit higher than I wanted it, but you can see he went with it. So a double play here would be great. I mean, not a lot of offense in this game. Not a lot of offense at all. I think only 4 hits between the two teams. So I think we get a generous call there. And like I said, the changeup's been working. Let's go to it. And Gavin Lux is going to step on second base. He's going to turn it himself. Great defense by Gavin Lux, because I thought Lucchesi was going to get to it. It got by him. I kind of froze for a second going, oh no, we're in trouble. That's just great play right there. Steps on second, does a little pirouette, throws it to first. There we go. Nice. Nice. There we are. Just out of trouble just like that. Love to see it. All right, Guillorme with his second base knock of the day. Got down to the changeup. The changeup low has been causing me trouble today. Or this time, I should say. Guillorme got his bat to it, gets his second hit. He's 2 of our 3 hits for the day, which is not ideal. But we are facing Shane Bieber. Like, he's a great pitcher. So we're gonna have to be. What am I doing? Why am I swinging so late? What am I doing there? But we're gonna have to be on top of our game. We did get a lucky run. And luckily, Lucchesi's been pitching really well also. So, I mean, right now, it's still a 1-run game. So it's not like the game's over. We've won it. And especially if we have to go to the bullpen. That might be a little bit of some trouble for us. His 1,000th career strikeout. Okay. Another super generous call by the ump. The pitch breaking in. Just not a fan of it, apparently. So 3-0 we're going to take. I mean, if he throws it down the middle, great. If not, whatever. We get a walk. But, all right, 3-1 now. Now we're kind of looking to attack a little bit. We're still in the driver's seat. We just got to be smart at the pitch that we swing at. 3-1. Let's go, Aquino. Little under it. Little under it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And Tramel's going to fly out to center. Is that Josh Naylor out there? No, it's got to be Mercado. Okay, yeah, it's Mercado. I was going to say. I need Mondesi's speed to make this play, and he will. That was way too easy for him. He was camped out under it. And I think the right field, center field combo of Mondesi and Buxton is going to be great. That speed out there is going to be fantastic. Even Tramel's got decent speed. So I feel like we've got the gloves, we've got the speed in the outfield to make those plays. All of them have fairly good arms. You know, Tramel kind of the worst of the 3. But honestly, I feel like our outfield's great defensively. We just need the bats to show up. And as you can see, only 1 run today. Kind of shows why we need those bats to show up, because we should have more runs. We've had a couple more base runners. Actually, shouldn't we have more runs? I don't think we should. It's just been a pitcher's duel. We're gonna go back to this changeup here. 1-2 count. Let's see if we can get another strikeout. We can't. All right, we're gonna have to attack him here. Come on. I need no base runners. Let's keep it going. There it is. That's that K in on the hands. It's going to be a base hit for Roberto Perez. Got down to the changeup. Man, I thought we had him. 2-2 count. he just was a little bit early on a fastball or a sinker. So I was like, let's go to the changeup, and you can see he got down to it. So Med Rosario's up. I mean, not a lot of speed on first, so like, I think we should be okay. But I obviously don't want to get too comfortable, right? We've got to do something here. We got to get out of the inning. Let's make the play, Mondesi. Oh, casual for him. There we go. There you go, Buxton. Double for sure. 96 speed. That is a good hit. That's a good way to start the inning. 96 speed, the double. Woo. That's what we're looking for. We need that offense, those bats to wake up. He goes with the pitch up in the zone, takes it to right center field, and that's what we're looking for. We spent big money on him. He's already got a run on the day. He's now in scoring position. Mondesi's up. He's 1 for 2. This is what we need from our moves. Like, we need them to capitalize. We need to capitalize when we have those runners in scoring position. When we have those runners on base, we need our moves to be those guys. Like Buxton, that was one of our moves. Mondesi, we picked him up. That was another bigger move for us. So we need them to actually start to prove that they were worth it. Let's get down. We're going to get a run here. Oh, he's going to go to second. I should have been running with Mondesi, but I was more worried about seeing if it was going to drop or not. And when I saw it was going to drop, it was too late. So we got an RBI single with Mondesi on the jammed hit. Whoo! I wasn't 100% sure if he was going to get to that or not. That was one of those that was really close. I kind of gambled, and honestly, he was like, what, a step off from making the play, maybe 2 steps off from making the play. That's going to be it for Bieber. And to be honest, he actually wasn't bad, right? The error led to a run, couple singles here and there, but for the most part, he wasn't terrible. He wasn't terrible. So they're going to bring in Nick Sandlin. We've got some speed on first, and let's see what we can do here. Oh, okay, a little funk in his motion, his release. Okay. Wasn't expecting a curveball out the gate either. So, let's see here. It's a lot slower than Bieber, for sure. See, he brings out 2 off-speed pitches to start the at-bat. And, I mean, that's going to be at least a grounder to move the runner over, because we did go with the steal there. Okay, Volpe's day hasn't been the best. But, you know what? Trying to adjust to this new pitcher now. At least we have some speed on second base. So, a base hit brings in the run for sure. What is Mondesi doing? What is Mondesi doing? Why did he get caught there? Okay. I mean, he brings in the run, right? We get the run. But why is he getting doubled up there? It's going to be a single for, ooh, is it Freeman or is it Miller? I think it's Miller at second base. Who is this? Who is this? It was Freeman. Just snuck it by Gavin Lux at short. And again, another single. So they're starting to get to Lucchese a little bit. But now with Franmil up, I mean, this is a dangerous batter for sure. I mean, I would love a double play here. That's not a double play pitch. Not a double play pitch. Almost had him. He check swung, and we end up walking Franmil first and second. Let's do a little mound visit. Let's get the confidence moving. Let's get the mind right. Lucchese's almost done. Just get me through the inning, man. Just get me through the inning. That's all I need from you. And it's not going to be made at third. Let's get it in. No run scored, please. Oh, we needed that play at third, Guillorme. Come on, man. Come on. Bases loaded. How close was he? How close was he to making this play? Let's see here. Come on, Guillorme. I know you're not the tallest guy out here, but let's see. Where was he on the play? He was probably like what? I mean, that's a good distance. He really wasn't that close, man. All right. It's a tough moment now. Tough moment. Bases loaded, no outs. It gets the K. Lucchese. Whoo. 5th strikeout of the evening. That was a dot too, so even if he didn't swing, I think we had the K with him looking, but we get him swinging, we get the strikeout. That's big. That should be an easy play for the first baseman. There we go. Little tough, actually. It's one of those that's like, it's kind of those weird over-the-shoulder plays, but we get 2 outs. 2 outs. Come on. We're almost out of it. We're almost out of it. With ice in his veins, Lucchesi, 3 straight outs with the bases loaded. There we go. He's done for the day. 7 shutout innings. Miguel Andujar, did you just go deep, or are you going to fly out to center field? It's going to hit the glove. 63 speed. He doesn't know where it is. We're going to get greedy. We're going 3. And there it is. He just, like, the ball wedged between him and the wall, and he just kind of froze. He was like, so I'm going to take it. A triple for Miguel Andujar. And, I mean, that's a well-hit pitch. Just kind of left it over the heart of the plate, and center fielder couldn't make the play, and he just didn't know what happened. It looks like he just kind of, like, froze out there, and now we're a single away from making it a 3-run game. And there's that single that we were talking about. Terrible hit. I don't care. It squeezes through, and now we're up 3-0. Is this going to sneak down? It's not. It's hit right to the left fielder, but Aquino comes in the clutch. Andujar with the triple, too. I mean, who would have thought Andujar getting a triple? But Aquino gets his hands up there, slaps it between first and second, and we're up 3-0 now. All right, so Lucchesi convinced me to go out one more inning. He said, yo, coach, I got you. Don't you worry. I said, all right, I believe in you. You've got the shutout going. If you feel you can do it, I believe in you. So I said, one more base runner, though. You're done. He agreed. We're 2-2 with Mercado. 3-2 now with Roberto Perez up. And, I mean, if he can get this out, I definitely let him take on Roberto Perez. Please go foul. And third base, Guillorme, please throw it to first. Don't take your time. Make the play. That's another single for Perez. And that's it for Lucchesi. 8 1/3. I mean, I can't ask for much more. Roberto Perez just had his number apparently late on the sinker. And that is going to be it. So we're going to bring in Carlos Estevez. Bring it in. He's got a little bit of gas on him. He was really good in the 17 innings that we used him last year. So I'm hoping he can get us out of this situation here with the guy on first. So this is where things got a little dicey with our team last year, was the bullpen. You know, we had a couple times where we were tied or we had a lead, and the bullpen kind of let it slip away. So we need the bullpen to do their job. And luckily we found this guy from the Rockies, and he's been pretty good for us. So hopefully he can take that into this season and give us a few strong innings for this year, or more than a few. Maybe like just be the setup guy and do his job. So nice little fastball in on the hands, and that's going to be a little pop-up right there. And you know what? He's going to do it. He's going to get us out of the inning. We're going to head to the 9th with a 3-run lead. Bullpen so far is good. Lucchesi's been looking solid. The offense, we'll start to figure things out, but I'll take 3 runs for sure. All right, our 9th wasn't too special. I'm not gonna lie. It was a ground out, and a strikeout. Volpe with the strikeout, sadly. I'm gonna give him another outing, at least a few more games. I feel like we've got a special player there. I just felt like I didn't take the best at bats with him. So bringing in our closer, McCarthy, for the 9th, and 3-run lead. We need him to be on his A game. Everybody else has been on their A game. We really need this game to be closed out. A shutout to start the season would be fantastic. And the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm realizing I don't like his pitch selection. That is something I got to take into consideration as he misses a changeup up in the zone. So we've got the heart of the lineup. We got Framil, we got J-Ram, and I forgot who's after him. But, like, that's just, it's a tough spot. We've got a full count here, and starting off with the walk would not be ideal, as we're going to get a ground out to Lux. Hopefully he makes the play. He does. That's an out. I mean, Lucchesi, almost 100 pitches, 5 Ks, 1 walk, 6 hits. Oh, 7 1/3. That's right, not 8 1/3. I did say 8 1/3, didn't I? Last inning. 7 1/3. But you know what? I can't ask for much more from my starter opening day. I mean, he did fantastic, especially with the way pitching was last year. That's a great way to start the new year out. So 3-0 still. We got 0-2 here to J-Ram. I need the splitter to be down in the dirt. Get him to chase maybe. We don't. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe a little sinker in on the hands. See if we can locate it here. And we do, and he just barely fouls it off. Stays alive. And let's go to a curve now. Let's go to a curve. We still got that 1-2 count. And fouls it off as well. All right. 1-2. J-Ram's up. He's just barely staying alive. Just barely staying alive here. And the sinker, again, fouls it off. So, I mean, he's putting up an at-bat. He's putting up an at-bat for sure. That sinker was not where I wanted it, by the way. I wanted that low and away. And we get him with the changeup. Contreras keeps it in front of him, throws it over, and we're 1 out away from the shutout on day 1. Bobby Bradley's up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. I think he's got a couple strikeouts if I remember correctly, but let's see what we do here. I mean, the sinker's been doing well. And there's another one. There it is. Game over. Guillorme tosses over to first, and I can't think of a better way to start the season. The offense was a little sus. We had some good moments, we had some bad moments, but overall, that's a good win right there. That's a good win right there. Look at McCarthy with the strut. I like it. Feeling good about it, and that's a good win right there. Volpe with his debut, Buxton with his debut, did quite well, and I can't ask for much more from this team. So that's this play, man. Whew. What a play by J-Ram, but overall, that's a great outing. Buxton 1 for 3 on the day, 2 runs, a double. So he was getting on base. He had that walk as well. Andujar with a triple. Mondesi 2 for 4. Guillorme 2 for 4. Volpe didn't have the best of days, but he really made every play at second base that was really asked of him. I don't think he really had a tough play, but he at least made every play there at second base. I think his swing is decent. I think we just need to get some more contact on the ball. I mean, J-Ram somehow kept that ball in front of him. It was considered an error. I don't know. I feel like he got a little unlucky there on that one. I think that could have been maybe a base hit, but overall, I'll take it. That's a win for us. On opening day, I can't ask for much more. Lucchesi, definitely player of the game. 7 shutout innings. That's strong right there. The bullpen came in and did their job. That's just a team win right there. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Of course, get in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.